The nonconformist mindset is what I was asked to talk on. And in the next 20 minutes, we'll just see what we can do. And I want us to do it together. I'll be looking at what it means, what it doesn't mean, then what we can do to change. Sorry, I'm coming. Okay, that was just to get your attention. Actually, I don't like doing everything everybody does. And I wanted to just get your attention like, okay, what is she trying to do? Then your mind will click it. Okay, let's see if she has anything to offer. I like doing things differently. I don't know how they got me to talk about this topic. Maybe they heard about it. I don't like being a wandering generality. Everybody is going this way, we have to go that way. That's why I'm relating to what Dr. Efe just talked about. I think it's the general notion. Oh, everybody is doing it this way. Everybody is eating gala, so we have to eat gala. Nobody has taken it to the lab. You have not taken out time to actually check what do I put in. Oh, everybody is around this. Everybody is dieting. Let me go on a diet. You don't know if it works for you. Oh, everybody is doing, that's what they call keto diet. Everybody is going on it. You have never gone to check with your physician if it's okay for you to do. So we want to see, why do we actually do these things? I am interested in government and politics a lot. I've seen one major reason we are where we are in Africa is because most times we are very gullible. We take things, anything they tell us, we take. Anything we see, we do. Anyhow we see it, we take it. I was driving some time ago, about 2 weeks or thereabouts, about a month. My husband was actually driving. And suddenly a car stopped in our front. He was wearing a camouflage. I didn't say anything actually. Then I think another taxi, a hoodie, hit him or thereabout. I don't know what happened. And the entire road was on standstill because someone that had authority and power. And the next thing he did was he came out with a cane, a very strong koboko. Then the taxi, I guess it's a taxi because he had 2 other passengers. They ran away, 2 other boys. They ran away and went somewhere to stand. That's how I guessed it was a taxi, because if it was a personal car, I wouldn't run and leave my family member just because I saw someone on camouflage. And the next thing, he brought out his whip and wanted to wipe this man. And somehow God saved some of us, and we came out and said, no. All he did was, if you look at the car, the scratch was just too small. But what he had was just power. And you know the normal thing in our society. Everybody fears the man on the camouflage. My husband came out and said, no, you can't do this. What do you want to wipe him for? And secondly, you are stopping how many other cars? You can actually go to one corner and talk about this. Do you know every other person, they were begging and scared. Like, no. The moment I saw the whip, honestly, I came out of the car. I don't know where I got that courage from. Because I was wondering, what is this man going to suffer from? He had already come out with his 2 knees on the floor. Because nobody enjoys that kind of a thing. For waiting, you scratch card and they beat you put. She am permitted to speak this language. I like being real. Please, don't force me to speak English and you go come. They will edit it anyway. I like that laugh. It's very important. Except Jork talks, it's all about being so serious. We just listen like this. We go back. Let's be a little bit flexible. I think the brain needs that. The doctors will teach us about that. So we spoke. This man was so angry. I don't know why he was angry. Very angry. Then actually came out. Let me just check what happened. And I saw that there was really nothing. Just that the 2 cars were closed. You know that thing where you are in the traffic and go just touch you small? That was what happened. No major damage. But the point is, he was wearing a camouflage. That's not the end of the drama. We finished. We begged, they shouted, just 2 men came out. My husband and one other man, they were saying, no, is it because you're wearing camouflage? You can't do this to people. You are keeping a long queue. Why don't you park your car? He was a bit surprised. I saw the surprise on his face, like, he should be the first Nigerian that can stand up to me outside. Even you, when you see someone on camouflage, even when they offend you, you tell them sorry. True of us. So, the whole scene finished and they left. When they left, the next thing we saw this man driving and wanting to block us on the way. I was so shocked. Why is that? He said, You allowed the man to go. So you were talking for the man. That was the only crime. Because in his life, I'm very sure nobody has ever come out to stand up to him. Now we want to go to the nonconformist mindset. The mind that doesn't agree to everything. I don't want to use big English. You don't just accept everything the way it is. Let's quickly use the slide, or I will just talk. Now, I want to tell you what it is not. I know everybody here is intelligent, and you could check Google, check for definition, so that I don't bore you with that. We want real life story, real life issues, how we can apply these things. True non-conformism isn't about being deviant. It isn't about being rebellious. It's about being liberated from limiting beliefs. Beliefs that put us in a particular place. You know, you keep thinking the same way and expect different results. We want Nigeria to be better. We want politics to be better. But everybody that goes into politics thinks exactly the way every other person is thinking. Now, I want us to take a very short, quick evaluation of ourselves, because we are the people that are going to be leaders of Nigeria tomorrow, fathers and mothers tomorrow. Now, I had a little training before I came here this afternoon. I told some persons that, now, the young man was saying something about how the mom raised him up, treated him, and he's doing exactly the same thing now in his relationship with people. And I said, okay, the same thing you don't want to continue. You didn't like it when your mom did it, but right now you are doing it. Why? Because you are not doing anything about it to change it. And one thing I told him is, you have evaluated yourself. You see where you are already. 50% of your problem is solved. Then we will not talk about how we are going to solve it. But first of all, let's take a quick evaluation and see where we find ourselves. Now, a conformist, someone that accepts everything the way it is. I just want to see 10 rules. If I have time, I take the 10. If there's no time, we'll just take how many we can get. Then we move on so that the next person can come up. This person takes the path every other person travels. Especially, even when it's not okay with you. Now, it is normal for everybody to be scared of a man with camouflage, not say anything, comes around, beats you around. Even when you didn't do anything, you are telling him sorry. It's normal. But for the first time, I'm sure he was so shocked that people could stand up to him. He didn't dare bring out his whatever, the cane or whatever they call it, to come and threaten us. Now, to cut the story I was saying before, he came back, was struggling with us. Then I just told my husband, calm down. Then we parked the car. And we asked him, what is wrong? Before you know, a lot of people watched the initial scene. They came back again. And he was angry. Oh, because we said, we talked, we were talking about the issue or thereabout, that the man ran away. That was the only reason he was angry. I looked at him. I brought out my camera. I said, I know they like social media things. This is where you just like to video this scene and tell the world about it. At least little by little. You may not change the entire world, but you must start from your initial environment. By just being different, speaking up for someone, speaking the truth, it matters a lot. You take the path everyone travels. Now, even when it's not convenient, everybody says, let's go, here you go. Now, we can be inside this place now. Maybe you are freezing cold. Because you feel like if I say it out, someone else may feel like I not be a jail. You take the cold and go home with pneumonia. Free souvenir. Or, Dr. Efe mentioned, some of us are passive smokers. He said, there was a language he used. Second-hand smokers. I know it as passive smokers. Second-hand smokers. You could be in a place where they smoke continuously. Just for you to excuse yourself or excuse the person. Maybe that place even has an inscription. Smoking is not allowed. Somehow you feel that when you speak out, someone is going to bite your head off. It's all right. You hold other people's opinion in very high esteem. This is the greatest cause of depression anywhere. What people say matters to you more than what you believe. Societal acceptance is your utmost concern. You are very concerned about what others have said, what others will say. How do they want you to dress? How do they want you to smile? How do they want you to talk? Oh, everybody comes and just sits like this or stands like this or wear this kind of cloth. That is what you are interested in, irrespective of whether that thing is going to work for you as a person or not. You avoid risk. You are a conformist if you don't want anything that is risky. On a normal day, I don't like talking. I don't like public speaking. It's not one of my areas of strength. I just don't like it. It's not like I can't do it. But I would just settle for that because I don't want the risk of, I don't know why, maybe I will have to search for the reason, because I believe in one of my movements, we believe that everything has a root. And every form of behavior is learnt. That's a reason. Behavior doesn't just come like that. There could be some that are inherent, but majorly it is learnt and can be unlearned. So I've unlearned one of the behavior in order to stand there and talk about nonconformism. So someone may have the mindset of avoiding, you don't want risk. The reason some of us may not want to go into politics is because we don't want risk. Some of us may not want to do certain field is because we don't want risk. One of my mentors was teaching some time ago, and she said that in the nearest future, there is nothing like a job for a man or a job for a woman, or even something you are doing now in the next 20 years may become obsolete. So if you don't take certain risk, those days there was nothing like WhatsApp. Those days in my father's house, people used to line up to come and use our telecommunication, Nitel. But where is Nitel today? So there are certain risks we need to take today to avoid the problems that will come tomorrow. If you don't take it now, I told a fashion designer recently, I said, this is your pattern. You are doing the same thing. We will soon get to a point where nobody will wear this thing again. Why don't you sit down, juggle your mind, take some risk. Let's do something different. Those days, there was nothing like ties, carpets, rugs. I'm sure the companies took some risks and they did other things. Dreaming big is more or less like a no-go there. Not to go there, a no-go there. To dream big, we'd rather be my small life, small husband, marry small wife, born small skin, rent small house, buy small car, live small life, die, small burial. Then we go on with our small life. Just living one extra life, as in doing something big is like a problem for some of us. We just think it's wrong. Nothing is wrong. Think out of the box. You refuse to stand out in any way. In any way. Even when everybody is smiling, you refuse to smile. I think these things are self-explanatory. You are in debt to television and social media. Why is that? Let me see if we can find why. You are in debt to social media and television. Why? Because some of them confirm your fears. There's this fear of, ember months we don't enter so. So, the fear of accidents happen, bad things happen. How can you prove it? That the ember month goes with those things. I just wonder how people accept everything we hear. Then the moment you see, somebody will post one thing into your WhatsApp, you are happy because that person is confirming your fear. So you enjoy the news on social media and television, even when 90 or 85% of them are lies. The media is the fourth arm of government. Have you ever been taught that? So most of the things they give to us may not actually be the way it is. Some time ago, somebody will post one thing, and beware, there is HIV pineapple. HIV has been infused into one pineapple. If you eat pineapple, now you have HIV. I say, God, how do people think? I had to block someone that sends that thing because, see, small, now something they spoil. If you continue to hear that, naturally you start living like that and believing it. The same way they will tell us how things happen, how things don't happen, and we believe everything we hear and everything we see. You relish spontaneity. You are so used to the normal thing. I'm a realist. This is how life should be. Red should be worn at this time. Coca-Cola should be taken at this time. You don't want spontaneity. Even if it happens right here now that there is a boa and you're supposed to shout, you won't shout because if you shout, they say they don't behave like that. And when I'm not in Queen Elizabeth's compound, it's only in Britain they have that kind of life. Individuality is a trait. Your identity is found more in a group. Your individuality is not seen. You rather be in a political party. How many politicians do you ever see behave differently? No, they say they are not politicians but politicasters. We have two different types. Politicians is the one already ordained the right way of doing politics. Then you have politicasters that come to turn politics the other way to feed their stomach and every other thing. So politicasters, how many of them do you ever really see is different? After every election, with so much manifesto, it's almost always end up the same.